feeling? Woo! Who heard the J.Cole album already? Be honest. Oh my God. Cheaters. Alright, so we're here live at Z Spot right now, and we're going to get into all things J.Cole. So I want to introduce my co-host here. Before I do that, actually, I'm going to say thank you to D Spot. Give it up for D Spot. Out to the owner. He's very open to having all different kinds of events here. Last year we did the Cowboy Carter event here, which was super dope. And now we're here for J. Cole. I am a very big fan of J. Cole, obviously is why I put this on. So I'm very excited. I have not heard the album yet. So
Liar.
I'm not lying. I'm actually very nervous
because
I'm scared that it'll be mid. And then I have to fight people on social media all week.
Oh, no.
But anyways, so to my right, I have here E. E, do you want to introduce yourself real quick? Tell us a little about...
My name is E, or you call me Millie, but...
Okay.
That's it, just E.
My name is Joey. Some might know me by the name Zuzu. I used to rap a long time ago. I've done podcasts and music reviews over the years under a brand called What Do I Know? And recently I just started a new brand called The Best Part. Me and my wife, where we... Thank you. Where we just try to promote positivity and, healthy mental health. So, yeah, we got that up and going. And if you want to follow me at Zuzu_TBP.
Hey.
Salute.
Let's go.
This is my favorite part of podcasting. I don't know if you noticed that, is all the sound effects. So I'm Christina Sev, if you don't know who I am. I have a podcast by the name of Spark Up Podcast.
Yep.
This will be our 10th year. And to be honest, I haven't been as active, so I'm super excited to do this. I'm a super extrovert, so I'm getting all the energy right now. You can catch my radio show, The Midday Spark Up, on WBRU 360 on 101.1 FM. And yeah, man, let's jump right into it.
Dive right in. Let's go.
Let's go.
So the people can get just a feel for what kind of rap, hip hop you like. Who's your favorite rapper? E.
Of like just all time or like
all time. Not who's the best. Who's your favorite?
All time. Damn, that's a tough one. It's between like Tupac and Hov for me, right?
Tupac and Hov. Okay. Tupac. Do we have any Tupac fans? Do y'all know that Gen Z is saying that Tupac was actually trash? Yeah, I know.
I'm not a Tupac fan.
What? Why?
I'm just more of a Biggie fan. It never connected. It started to connect like.
Are you from Brooklyn?
Huh?
Are you from Brooklyn?
Not at all. Nope. But far from the West Coast though.
Okay. Well, who's your favorite?
Hov. I don't have to think about that one.
Even if the Epstein files come out and they. I had to be messy.
No,
Sorry.
that's all right. Recently, I started to detach myself from these artists because we hold them to our hearts, and even Lil Wayne would be my second favorite,
right?
And I'm just looking at him over the last couple of years, all right, I gotta hold on what I love about him, and I gotta let him go from here because it's So
I mean, because
I might have to do that with Hope too.
I agree.
If it happens,
we come from an era where celebrities weren't accessible. We didn't really know much about their lives.
Yeah.
We just knew the music. So
right.
all the toxic stuff that's coming out about them now that they did in the past is it's such a shock. And I had that same experience with Kanye West because
I was just gonna say it's tough to separate because Kanye was my main thing. It's it's tough to separate the music from what you hear in the news. So it's even with Kanye, it's guy still makes good music, but it's he's so much in the news with the antics and the politics. It's how do you separate that?
You think he still makes good music today?
It's a little iffy. I did. What was the name of the last album?
Not
Vultures 2?
Vultures,
the one with Ty Dolla $ign?
Yeah. All right, so that was a long album. I didn't even get all the way through it, but from what I heard, it was
It's not that great. It's not that great.
It's
easier to let go of them when they start making trash music. So, but he is dropping music, and I don't know if you saw the apology that he put out. What do y'all think about that? What does the audience think about the apology? Yay, nay, nah? None of y'all saw Kanye's apology?
I'm nay for that.
Some thumbs down. Right. He said he doesn't have to offer him grace if he apologizes. All right.
I feel like it's a rotation. It's a cycle what he does. Yeah. It's like, apologize. I have something coming out.
And then he goes crazy.
Yeah, again. Go crazy. It's like disappear.
It's sad.
Apologize for something. Drop something. It's just a rotation for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we are here to celebrate J.Cole, who is probably the most unproblematic rapper we have.
Yes.
I want to, before we get to the beef, right, because he's getting a lot of flack for that, I want to go through his career, right? So he came out with the Come Up in 2007, the early mixtape. Were y'all a fan of him then? Like, when did you first discover J. Cole?
So I was, I didn't really become a fan of J. Cole until maybe Friday Night Lights.
Okay, so a few years later.
Yeah, so a couple years after that. And then, from then on, I was just this guy's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Same with me. With me, I'm tough on artists. I kind of wait till they got an album coming before I take them serious. When people drop mixtapes, I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan like that. I'm like, all right, you're dope, you're on the side.
Let's see what you got. See what you really got.
Yeah, I wasn't Lil Wayne was killing it at that point, at that time, and that's my second favorite rapper. So I was paying attention to that. But I'm like, okay, Young Simba, right? He's dropping these freestyles. I'm like, oh, who is this? So by the time he got to Star Is Born, that's when I really started to pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had the same experience. I discovered him for Friday Night Lights. Okay. And I actually went back to listen to, remember thatpiff.com? Everybody remember thatpiff.com?
Yeah.
Holding it down for the street.
That was the era.
Yeah, so, and I went back and I saw his video for, I think it was Lights Please on MTV Jams way back when it came out. And I was like, same thing with you. I was like, okay, this guy's nice, so what? But then I heard him on A Star Is Born for the Blueprint 3 on Jay-Z's album, and I was like, wait a minute, we might got something here. We might got something. And then we, of course, after the what is it called? Friday Night Lights, he drops his first album. And a lot of people say that album was corny, right? And then he has the Let Nas Down record that a lot of people gave him flack for because they thought that was corny as well. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, I felt like it was more of a commercial type of album.
Yeah.
First album coming out, it's high expectations, so it was really commercially to me, but it wasn't horrible. It's
it's good, not great.
It's good. Exactly, it's good, not great. It's I know what you can do on some real shit, like the mixtape. So it's but I also know label politics. The label wants you to do this and do that and put this out. So
if I rate it now, where people are more free to drop whatever they want, I would say it's not that good of an album.
Really?
In terms of being commercial and just kind of trying too hard.
Kind of mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
Yeah. If we're judging it now, but at the time, if we're judging everything by the label, you got to put out the single, you got to do the girl song and this. I would say it's a good album.
It's so crazy. I revisit that album very, very often.
Really?
It might be because it's a core memory, right? In that time, that was the first time I went to a J. Cole concert, and I went for that album, and it was incredible. Has anybody been to a J. Cole concert? Show of hands. Isn't it probably the most amazing experience you've experienced live? It's the people are not.
I have a question.
What was the concert?
It was for a Sideline Story. It was a Sideline Story tour. He was at the URI Ram Center, and it was fire. And I think from then, for me, I have to see how a rapper performs live also. Because you have some rappers who are great, I would say a Young Thug. I would never buy a ticket to go see Young Thug. No offense, but it's not something I imagine that is high energy. You know what I mean? He's probably out wearing he thinks it's Fashion Week and it's not that great. But anyways, we're not talking about him. But so then we move on to Born Sinner, right? And I think that what I really like about Born Sinner is the theme. And you start to notice that he's very good at conceptualizing like cohesiveness in music, right? It was the sin versus spirituality, right? I have my notes here. And you kind of hear him growing and like doubting his Sideline Story album, and like all that came with it, the money, the chains, the girls,
the darkness of it with Trouble, and songs like, you know, She Knows.
It's like what is it they call it, the sophomore jinx.
And would you consider that a bad album though? You didn't like that album?
I love that album.
You didn't like it?
Sideline Story?
No, Born Sinner.
Oh, Born Sinner. No, Born Sinner was way much better than that was the album that was like, okay, this is a good album.
Okay.
Like from him.
I agree with you. It
first
has
good album that I agreed
the
with.
The cohesiveness of it.
It's good.
The cohesiveness of it, I think, is what really drove it home.
And actually, I was because I've been listening to a lot of J.Cole. Obviously, every time he drops, I just dive into all things J.Cole. And for me, I think he has one of the best songs he's ever made on Born Sinner. And I'm talking about, not Ain't That Some Shit. It's the, damn, I have to go to it. I have to.
This one.
You said what? This one?
Rich Niggas. God damn it.
I mean, there's so many good ones.
One of my favorite ones on that
This
album
is
too.
on this album, okay. So, I forgot the name of the song, but he goes crazy. It might be this one that I'm thinking about. But anyway, then after, you said what?
He said Runaway.
Runaway is fire too. You know what? It's just the full album. This is a full album.
That was a good one.
So then we have Forest Hills Drive, and then, you know, he's on the cover of his hometown, and we hear probably the most grounded, organic, loving, like just regular dude. Like he really reminds me of just a guy from like down the street, like from the West End of Providence, who just so happened to make it. So Forest Hills Drive for me is probably my favorite album of his.
I agree with that. I was just telling him a little while ago. I was like, that was the album for me. That was like a classic J. Cole album for me. Mm-hmm. Like once I heard that, I was like, nah, this is flawless. This is classic.
Flawless,
this is it. To me, it was when I first heard it.
Okay.
I feel like it was the first album where, not really the first album, but where he started to he really found his voice, where he wasn't afraid to sing. And once he starts singing and just kind of letting it go and not caring about, I need a singer on the hook, or I need this on the hook, it's just like, I'm singing my hook.
Yeah. And then he went platinum. That was the first album, I think.
No features, yeah.
No features?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And he's just freeing. That album felt like freeing for him.
You know, this was one of... Disclaimer, I am a very emotional person. I am in touch with every single emotion that I feel. And this album made me cry. Like when I heard it, when Apparently came on, and you know, he talks about his mom a lot because his mom is very supportive of him. And in the relationship he has with his mom and the way he describes the journey of becoming famous and neglecting his family but wishing he had more time now that he's more self-aware. To me, J. Cole is just super, super introspective, and that's my favorite thing about hip-hop, is that we get to hear your inner thoughts, so to speak. So and then we get to For Your Eyes Only, and this is where we lose some fans. I think a lot of people was giving it some
I remember talking to my cousin about, because I actually liked that album.
I did too.
He kept telling me, no, this album is trash, and
people are saying it was boring,
arguing with him. Actually, it's funny that you said one of that album made you cry. Mm-hmm. For Your Eyes Only, the track, that song made me shed tears.
Yeah,
it's an 8-minute long song.
So
that's crazy.
Storytelling on 100.
That song actually made me shed tears. First time I heard it, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, it was a great album. What do you think about that album?
I like that album a lot. It was quiet, but I think that was the first one where he got away from Rock Nation, I think, or Jay-Z. I think that's when he got off of it, where he was just freer, and that I think it was 10 songs or 12 songs. It was very short, and it was just enough. I like that album.
You're right. It was 2014 that Dreamville became a thing. So you're right on the money. It was around that time.
So it should be around that time.
Yeah. And speaking of Dreamville, how do y'all feel about the controversy with Ari Lennox? And then you have artists like Kaz and Omen that don't really put music out like that, and like people questioning if J. Cole is a good boss, is he a good executive, is he selfish, right? Because I think a lot of people are comparing Dreamville to Top Dog's Top Dog Entertainment. Like, what do y'all feel about that? I don't know if you saw what Ari Lennox said.
No, but I feel strongly about that because, yeah, that's Top Dog. That's not, I wouldn't compare Top Dog and Cole. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's executive and artist. But
right.
I think
it
Cole
depends on the artist.
I think Cole has done great with Dreamville. Like, I give him kudos for Dreamville. When it comes to Cause and Omen, I've heard Cause talk about where, like, sometimes Interscope is the one that stops the music from coming out. But I do think Cole should be on more songs.
Yeah, J.I.D.
He should definitely be on
fire.
more songs.
J.I.D. is fire. I mean, Cole mentions him. He said if hip hop is not dead, then J.I.D. should be platinum, right?
Yeah.
He said that line in his recent song. And I thought that's true. I'm a big fan of J.I.D. So I like the Dream. I like Boss too. Boss live, and he uses Boss for a lot of hooks too. Yeah, he's a great writer. You have Lou Reason is on there, and then of course his producer Elite, who he works with a lot. So man, I think he's done a good job. I think really he's just giving artists the freedom to do what they want. You don't want to make music, cool. You want to make music, cool. And he's just kind of riding the wave. Good. But to your point, he's an artist first, so of course he's focused on himself. I think he gets a lot of pushback for that. But you mentioned something, right? So the other day, I don't know if anybody's seen this, there's a conspiracy theory out there. So I'm going to take it to the beef now, right?
Okay.
I'm skipping a few albums that went by. Of course, we get KOD, which is very deep, talks about addiction and mental health. Then we get the off season, right? We got to talk about off season. But before we get to that, I want to talk about the beef, get that out the way, because I want to get it off my chest. But so there's a conspiracy theory, I don't know if anybody has seen this, that his apology was actually a way to basically get out the way for Kendrick. And I forgot who was on a podcast talking about this. One of the guys from Dreamville, and people are basically saying that the apology was meant to get him out of Interscope so he can be free and Dreamville stand alone. Have y'all seen that?
No.
Did somebody say yes?
How would that help him get out?
Okay. J.I.D. at the Joe Budden podcast, right? Yes, there we go. Thank you.
Oh, because Kendrick and Top Dog, they're
Interscope. On Interscope as well. So they're saying that it was a play behind the scenes to basically get more money to put his guys on, like to break bread. They're saying he had to do that to make sure that his artists still get to eat, and now they're all getting to release music because they were like freed from Interscope. I don't know if that's true.
Kind of like sacrifice himself for his artists.
Exactly, his reputation. So, of course, you know, J. Cole is part of the blog era. Wale, Big Sean, Kendrick Lamar, and there's a big talk about the big three. Do you guys think, and please feel free, anybody from the audience, to come up to the mic and give your input on this, because I think a lot of people have strong opinions. Do you think the apology has, I mean, we know what it did, right, in the hip-hop community. Everybody's like, he's a bitch, I don't want to hear shit from J. Cole. And I'm like, okay, everybody relax. But what do y'all feel about him, first of all, trying to get in the beef and then apologizing, pedaling back? How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, at first, I mean, I was heartbroken because, you know, I'm thinking like best case scenario, he can drop some type of super hit, become like the undisputed GOAT, and now we're on top. But then at the same time, I remember like being all frustrated and going to my younger sister, and telling her about it. And she's not like all up in the hip hop game and everything. And she told me, she was like, what? Like, it sounds like some stupid beat. Like if anything, I think I like him more after like a duck and anything like this. And she just reminded me, like, you know, damn, am I going too quick with, like, I mean, you know, maybe too deep into like maybe some of these hip hop rules that it's like, do these rules make sense and whatnot? And then when I started to look at it from that angle, ever since then and whatnot, I've been able to appreciate him a lot more personally. But I know on the other hand, like a lot of people are on, like, you know, some people are now like then they hate him forever or whatever. But for me, I can actually see a pathway where it's making me appreciate him more.
Yeah.
So
thank you
that's
for
how
that.
I felt
Thank you.
about
I
it.
appreciate that. I agree. I agree with you. When he apologized, I was like, yeah, exactly. Because what are you doing? Like, it was out of character. I felt like if we saw him go down that path, and then of course we hear Kendrick Lamar, which I'm Team Kendrick in the beef. Sorry, I am. I love Drake. And I grew up on Drake's music, but I feel like Drake is kind of washed as of lately.
Definitely.
I feel like he hasn't had a
He's
good album.
I agree.
He's
definitely.
Even today, like he put out a snippet like of the Iceman. I'm like, I don't care about this shit. It's J.Cole day.
Exactly.
It's like, what are you doing?
He's trying to step on his release. I think he's a corn. Like, he just reminds me of the kid in high school that, you know, the "Can I Get a Hug" guy? That's Drake.
He's a poor thing.
And then he just, like, all the cool guys kind of like him because he brings the free weed to the party and lets everybody smoke because he's trying to fit in. Like, he just gives me corn. And it translates through his music. Like, we don't see evolution with Drake's career. We don't hear, like, sonically, he's not doing anything to push the culture. In comparison to like a Kendrick who's super experimental, right? And some might even say he's theatrical, even in the way he performs. I think he just gives us more. And you know, Drake is a good rapper, but he's like, I don't think he's as great as everybody makes him out to seem. But what do you think about the beef?
So 7 Minute Drill was my favorite song out of the whole thing, just because I'm a rapper first. I used to be a rapper, so it's kind of like it was about skill. It wasn't about who you're dating, how many kids you have, and what salacious stuff. I don't really care about that stuff. So when he went that route, I was like, okay, we're ready to rap. The only part of the apology, I didn't want him to do that at the festival because that was the last Dreamville festival, and I was just like, I didn't want to remember that. I feel like he could have just did something else, a tweet. I'm out of this. You guys can have it, blah, 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 or something else. I don't mind the apology, just not on stage where it was just.
I was upset he took the song down. I'm like,
I love the song. I still go to YouTube and listen to that.
Now you can only find it on YouTube. I was just about to say that. But, you know, and then Off Season came out in 2021. Did you hear what Cameron said lately? He owes him money. And he has not paid him, and he's like, I just want J.Cole to give me money.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you how you felt about that, because I just seen that yesterday.
I'm like, you willingly went in the studio, though. So I'm like, how true is that? Like, maybe is it royalties? Like, I don't think, I didn't watch the whole episode, so I don't know.
I watch clips, right? Me too. I feel like it's contradictory to, like, Cameron's, like, character a little bit. Like, wait, petty. You're suing him. He just wants something from him, like an interview, and I think he's just, it's weird. It's out of character for Cameron, I think, so I'm kind of like ignoring it a little bit.
Yeah, because he's actually
like
shown a lot of maturity lately, I feel like, in terms of where he stands in hip-hop and how he's really not beefing. He's really been making peace. I mean, he's a little messy because that's the nature of his podcast, but I don't know.
It's a little weird.
I want to hear Cameron get back in the studio. I don't want to hear none of this.
I mean, he did say, he was like, I didn't want to do this, but it's like I kind of did this to get his attention. It's like, but then after that, what happens?
Cole's a nice guy. Cole's going to be like,
here's the money.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to, like, he'll give him an interview, I bet.
Oh, you
like,
think so?
Maybe not a full, maybe a Zoom, but he'll give him I think he will.
I think it would be an awkward interview.
I don't know. J. Cole doesn't do interviews,
He be caring what people say, though.
He does care a lot.
He does care.
He has a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
You can hear that in, like, all his music.
Come on, Cam.
And I also feel like it'll be more along the lines of, like, sports. Because it's like, it is what it is.
True.
It's like, that's a sports
that's
podcast. It's like, I don't know if he's going to be on Talk with Fleet.
All right.
So that's like the messy podcast.
It's very messy. So, I want to talk a little bit about the recent Grammys that just passed. Who watched the Grammys? Show of hands, claps. She's clocking it. The Grammys, did y'all watch the Grammys, Ian?
Yes.
It was phenomenal. It's probably the best Grammys I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at this year's Grammys at all.
And then you have the Clips, who won Rap Song of the Year, which
Got
shout
their
out
first
to
Grammy.
Clips.
What song was it? Chains and Whips?
Chains and Whips.
Okay.
And then that made me think about J. Cole's Grammy nominations and how he's been nominated, but he has never won. What do you think about that?
I mean, he probably should have won. Was he nominated for Forest Hill Drive? Anything on there?
Yeah, he was. For Album of the Year. That's a tough
Who
category.
else was nominated that year?
And that's the thing. I don't know. I don't remember that
For
year.
Rap Album of the Year, not.
No, just... Yeah, maybe
Okay,
Rap Album of the Year.
all right.
it depends on category and who else was nominated.
I will say this. As a J. Cole fan, I have to be honest, right? I don't think he makes music that is transcending through, like, everybody's home. I think he's a very niche rapper. Yeah. I think if you like J. Cole, you like him. If you don't like him, you hate him, right? Like, it's kind of like the Russ effect.
Yeah, I got
like
you.
A lot of people hate on Russ, but Russ is really nice.
Yeah.
I think J. Cole, because he's a nice guy, people they test him all the time. They poke the bear, and he's just like, whatever. I just think he can't be bothered with it. So I do think he's bothered by not winning Grammys, though, because that's got to feel crazy to be nominated and never win.
You think that's a box that, like, that he didn't check? Like, does that hurt him from being number one to you?
You said what?
Oh yeah, he doesn't submit them.
Oh, he doesn't submit the albums. Thank you. That's a good thing to know.
Yeah, because I was just gonna ask you. You think he actually cares about the Grammys? Because you know how a lot of artists, like, they pretend they don't care, but they really do. But there's some artists that really don't care.
It's like when black people are like, we're boycotting the Grammys, but they're watching all the clips and checking out.
It's like, am I nominated? Am I nominated?
Yeah, I mean, I that's not how I validate a rapper or an artist. I never was one to think about numbers, because I think a lot of people that are valuable or super artistic and good at what they do don't really get the credit from the masses. It's rare. There's like superstars like a Beyonce, obviously, a Justin Bieber, a Drake even. But I'm like, I don't know. I think he has enough of a fan base, a strong fan base, day ones that just love him, and whatever he does will get celebrated.
Yeah, he's versatile. Like, if you're a real J. Cole fan, you know he can do it all. So, like, I don't know why people pigeonhole him to, like, certain, storyteller. Yeah, he's a great storyteller, but, like, the feature run that he went on, it's just like,
I was just about to bring that up, right? Because he talks about how he kind of regrets. I don't know if you've seen, he's done a lot of little, like, documentaries, right? And he's talking about how he kind of feels bad that he doesn't have as many features, and then he just started going crazy. Like the John P. Caddy's verse, a lot.
It started with a lot. It started with
the Johnny P. Like you just said. I was like, ooh.
That American Dream with Jeezy. I don't know if y'all heard that song. Okay. His verse on that is crazy.
Oh, that has Kendrick on it too.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes. And then the song the ones he has on Dreamville, I think is fire. Like Sacrifices, the one with JID.
Those D-Day mixtapes were fire.
Which ones?
What was it? He came out with two of them.
Might Delete Later, that one?
No. Like the Dreamville tapes.
Oh, yes.
The Revenge of the Dreamers.
Yeah. Slept on. But
Down Bad. He was on a lot of songs.
Down Bad. Whew. The Jackie with Boss. You have The London, J. Cole, Young Thug, Travis Scott. That was fire. Yeah. Off These Planes. Like, I went through all his music, and I'm like, this nigga never missed. Yeah. Like, his guest verses are fire. But then we're getting to the end of his career, quote unquote, right? Because I want to ask the audience too, if anybody wants to come to the mic. He announced his retirement with a graphic showing like mini projects he'll drop before the fall off. He announced the fall off like 4 years ago, right? I think we've been waiting for this.
It was 2020, I think.
Oh, even longer. Yep. And so now it's finally here, and we'll play it in a little bit. And there were some people that already heard it. Y'all just came in. Did you hear it? Did you? Okay, good. So I got some people that's gonna give me some first responses like me. He doesn't believe that I didn't listen to it, but I did not listen to it. But do y'all think that he's actually gonna retire? Like, is this the last thing we'll hear from him?
I don't.
What do you think is gonna happen after this?
Take a break.
Said features,
That's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's gonna go into Andre 3000 land every couple years. Just give somebody a feature of like 64 bars and have us say we miss him, and then he'll just go away again.
Yeah.
Play an instrument, maybe.
I'll take it.
Play an instrument? No. Yo, quick story, right? So I went to the Newport Jazz Festival 2 years back, and Andre 3000 was on the bill. Andre's not rapping anymore. He's playing an instrument now. Plays the damn flute. He plays the flute like at the trains, like he's just doing random normal people stuff. And This man went on stage and said, if you are expecting to hear the album, I'm sorry, I don't even know what I played. I freestyled that entire album. And he didn't play nothing.
I can't repeat it.
No, literally. There was a guy with like a trash bag, like just random instruments I'd never seen in my life. And I was like, okay, I got my pictures. I'm going to go to the other stage. Like, it was not enjoyable at all. I respect what he's doing, and I think people should do what they want to do, but...
A trash bag?
It was instruments I'd never seen before, but I don't want to see J. Cole playing any instruments unless it's to produce music. That's it. I think he'll go into production. I think that's what he'll do. Start producing for people on Dreamville now that they'll be releasing more music. So, I mean, he's a great producer.
I mean, I looked at the credits. He produced a good amount on this album, on the new one.
Oh, dope. Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yeah, he could just produce. He's
been doing it already. So that would be the lane. I think.
He produced for Corday too on Corday's second to last album. So I'm excited for this. So all right, DJ, I think we're gonna get into the album. Everybody's ready for the album?
Let's go.
Okay. So for those of you that heard the album already, don't go hyping it up, but show of hands if you think the album is fire. All right, everybody got their hands up, everybody listens to it. Now show your hands if you think if it's his best album. Okay, he's like kind of, maybe. All right.
That's hard. Anytime, that's hard.
Okay, all right, so DJ, are we ready to jump into it? Yes, I'm ready. I'm burning for it.
Lord, you have